Welcome back, gentlemen. Today's video again. Sorry, it's raining pretty hard outside. The light is gone. Just gonna do it with what I have at the moment. Right. So welcome back to the video. I'm shooting this again, as the previous ones have failed. Right. I want to look at masculine energy in marriage. Masculine energy in marriage. Or in your LTR, long-term relationship. Because most men have been conditioned to be weak in their relationship, whether that is through society or how they were raised, or even through the current relationship or the LTR. Most of us have lost our masculine energy. We have suppressed our wants, avoided conflict. We try to keep the peace and play life basically on safe mode. We kind of avoid being the main characters of our own lives. And that's what I call the hidden man or hidden men, right? And when we are hidden men, we lose our masculine energy. I have lived like this for a really long time, and you do notice like it really goes down. You can also call it learned helplessness. It can also be learned helplessness. Let's go to the next one. So, how can we get our masculine energy back in the relationship? In a relationship, in a long-term relationship with your wife, what can we do? Well, first one is stop hiding. Start speaking your mind. Share your thoughts, your opinions. Learn to take up space around you. Right? Make your presence felt. Make it known. Right? Make it known that you're there. And the second one is lead yourself first. I know I go on this quite a bit on the channel, but it's really important. Lead yourself first. And that's what I'm doing now myself still. I'm implementing all these things, right? So the more you try to control your wife, the more you feel that you have no control over your own life, right? That is, the more you look outward, it's the more that you feel you don't have control over yourself. So instead of looking for control and looking outward, look inside, turn into it, look into it. This puts, looking outward and trying to control, this puts more strain on your relationship. It builds up more resentment and anger and whatnot, So instead of doing that, stop. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on your wife. Don't focus on your LTR. Focus on yourself. Stop trying to control her. Start leading yourself. Start getting control over your own life. Nobody is going to listen, follow you, if you can't follow yourself. Do what you said you're going to do. Do it. You said you're going to do something, do it. Follow what you said. And hidden men will wait for approval. We will wait for approval and for permission. Whereas masculine men, you'll see, will just act instead. They act. That's it. Masculine men act. So rather act instead of just asking or waiting for permission. And number 3 is strength and direction. Strength and direction. What do I mean by strength and direction? Masculine energy isn't loud. Right? It isn't loud. It isn't about being the loudest in the room having, or loudest, or I don't want to, I was going to say something, but I don't want to say it on YouTube. So it's not about being the loudest, it's about being grounded. So how do we get grounded? How do we get grounded? Let's look at the easy way. One of the easiest ways is to get into your body. That's physical training, which can be through workouts, can be sports, can be combat sports, right? A lot of built up stress and anxiety gets released through exercise. and it calms you down. Just try it, do it consistently, and you're going to notice the difference in your mood, in your stress levels, and the anxiety that you feel. It really does calm you down. It really does release. There is a saying, and I don't know who said it, but if you want to tame the mind, first you need to tame the body. Another one is posture. Posture is also a big thing. Posture, when you're hunched over, right? You're hunched over, you fold in yourself, you are betraying that you are not comfortable in your own skin. Whether you realize it or not, you can argue on this. This is what it is. And when you do this, this has an actual physical response, chemical response in your body. Right? It has an impact on you. It does lower your testosterone. Does lower your confidence in yourself. And your posture portrays the way you actually feel. So when you fold your arms and you like this is a defensive posture. This means don't talk to me. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not comfortable here. Right? So work on your posture. You want to feel relaxed, comfortable in your own skin. This will also make others feel comfortable and relaxed around you when you feel comfortable in your own skin. You're not trying to defend yourself in a sense with your posture. And one that's really overlooked and super important as well is breath work. Ideally, you want to have calm breath around you. That will show you are comfortable. That will show you are not easily angered. That's what you're going to do. So breath work will reset your nervous system, will calm you down. For mindfulness, you can order it, but breath work helps to regulate your nervous system. You're not as defensive. You're not as quick to explode. Breath work is very, very important, as I'm discovering. So these all show signals that you have real strength, right? Like real strength and real presence. You're not faking it. You're not going to explode at people. It's all real. Number 4, stop over-explaining. Again, stop over-explaining. Hidden men, or even most men in general, let's just, most men in general, especially hidden men, but most men in general, justify everything. We justify it. We justify everything, and you don't want to do that. Don't do that. Don't justify it. It robs you of your masculine energy. And in my opinion, it seems weak and unsure. It makes you seem weak and unsure. Rather, decide, act on it. Act on what you decide. You can always pivot later if you need to. If you need to pivot, you can pivot. Let the results speak for themselves. That is masculine energy. Masculine energy lets the results speak for themselves. And you learn from it. You learn from just taking action. Then you get more feedback, more information that you can make better judgments. And next, I want to look at why do we need polarity in our relationship or in our relationship? Right? Why do you need that polarity? And let's preface this, but if you bought into the lie of we are equal, we are all the same regardless of gender, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry to say it doesn't work in the real world. Not being the same is what creates the beauty between the sexes. That's what makes it so great, or makes us attracted to each other. Now, I'm not saying one person is higher than the other. When I say we're all not equal, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we are equal as people, but our roles are different, right? Because of gender. What we are good at is different. Obviously, there are some exceptions, but I'm not getting to that. Anyway, polarity creates attraction in the relationship. When you are playing in hidden man mode, you blend in and you suppress your masculinity. You become more feminine. This kills the polarity. Right? It kills it. Opposites attract. Masculine energy creates contrast with feminine energy. So think back to the beginning of your relationship, like what really attracted you or the person or your wife or LTR to you. What was that attraction? What created that attraction? Right? Think back to that. Most of it, my example was the feminine. She was a lot more feminine, should I say. But after she's lost it, it's just I've dropped the ball and she's had to pick up. So instead, you want to create back to the original roles before. And I'm not saying she can't work, she can't drive and crap like that. Don't be stupid, right? She can. If she wants to work, she works. If she wants to do this, she does. But still have the polarity. Okay, so how, I was going to say but how does this work? Right? How does this work? How does the polarity in a relationship work? The feminine tests your strength. Or your strength. Not really your strength, but strength. And they don't do it to control you. Like, I used to think that. We struggle with that a lot. But they don't do it to control you. And for most men, they do land up being controlled. I'm one of them. Hi, yeah, that's me too. But that is not what woman or your wife really wants, right? Women don't want. She wants to feel your groundedness and strength, right? That is the goal. She'll test you to feel your groundedness, to feel your strength, find your boundaries, to feel safe with your leadership, right? So like when a masculine man shows up fully, being emotionally present, all those wonderful masculine traits, then your wife or your LTR can start relaxing into her natural feminine energy. Right? She can start relaxing into it. So, if you like I said, if you take a look at the relationship from the beginning and what it is now, does it feel like you are roommates, or do you feel that you are lovers compared to when you were lovers in the beginning? You had the lover phase, right? Or honeymoon phase is what they call it. Yeah. So if you compare it, are you roommates now, or are you still lovers? Right? Without the polarity, you become roommates. Right? With the polarity, you become lovers. Simple. This also comes from my own experience in my relationship with my wife. So I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. This is generally what I've been learning and what is going on in my relationship. So, and another thing I'm looking at is learning and dealing with is, what if my wife or LTR is masculine too? If she is in a more masculine role, how do I deal with that? Right? So most men today have a relationship where their wife or LTR has been forced into their masculine energy. Whether that is from their careers, from trying to survive childhood and adulthood, or even if she's just had to step up and fill the masculine role in the relationship because you didn't. Yes, because you dropped the ball, right? She is probably tired of leading and filling that masculine role. Like, I am probably 100% sure she is tired. She might not act like it. She might not admit it. She might not realize it herself. But she is most likely over it, right? And she won't admit it. Most likely she won't admit it until you can prove yourself. Right? And prove that she can start trusting your leadership, that you've got it handled. So how to start inviting her femininity back? Don't fight for control. Kind of like something you need to learn. I need to learn this. Don't fight for control. Most Indian men will fight for control because they're trying to get that masculine, I'm the leader, or whatever, I did that. Doesn't work. It creates more chaos, more strain on the relationship. It doesn't work out well. Don't fight for control. Rather invite surrender. Right? Rather invite her to come surrender by you. Right? In other words, to trust your leadership. be calm, certain, take thoughtful action, lead by example with those traits, right? Take those traits, be calm, certain, take thoughtful action, take those traits and lead with them. Lead with them, right? Lead by example. And start building a masculine frame. I'm trying to do that myself now. Well, not trying. I am doing that now with myself. You know, basically, masculine frame is like, I've got this handled. You can rest. I've got it. I will handle it. You can unwind. You can let go of this. I will handle it all, right? And as hidden men try to compete with masculine women in our lives. We try to compete for dominance. We try to compete for control, or you know, what we think is right, and this is exhausting. Seriously, this is exhausting. It doesn't work. It creates a bigger gap between between ourselves and our wives, or ourselves and our LTRs. It just creates a bigger gap. The gap keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger when we do this. Do not compete. You're not here to compete. That proves that she's, how would I say this? That proves that you've put her above, right? You're not here to compete. You compete with other men. You're not here to compete with your wife or your LTR. So the masculine just lead, right? They just lead and make space for her femininity to come out. So you lead and you give her, you create a space for her to explore her femininity, to let it out, to reconnect with her femininity, right? So what can I start doing right now, right? Right now to bring back the masculine energy in my relationship, right? Or my relationship. Okay, so I've got a few things here. Number one, daily visibility habits, right? What does that mean? Take one action daily where you say you want, or what you want, whether that is big, whether that is small, doesn't matter. Generally, take small steps at first. You don't need to jump right into the big ones. Take one action daily, just like, you know, what you want for dinner. Like, you know, like, what's the plan for dinner? I want steak. I want soup. Or, you know, whatever it is, some small steps. Just start, not asking, not tiptoeing around it. Just state it. Like, this is what I want. That's it. Start daily visibility habits. Number two, train your body and, key one here, train your body, mind, and spirit. There you go. Exercise daily, or some kind of physical exercise. Depends what you want. You don't necessarily have to do, you know, gymming or whatever. It can be go for runs. It can be combat sports. It can be, you know, whatever. Silence and reflection. Have a time where you can have a bit of silence to yourself. Reflect on, you know, whatever, gratitude, or have a conversation with God if you believe in God, or whatever higher power you believe in, whatever religion you have. Have a conversation. Start having a conversation, and you know, God, you can, with this you can start taking action, right, in your life, leadership. Right? These things. Start doing these things. Implement them daily, or whatever your plan is. 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, however you want to do it. I would say probably daily in the beginning. So, you know, implement this. Train your body, mind, and spirit. Number 3. This one is also key. Number 3. Start deciding again. Yeah, talking to myself here again as well. Start deciding again. Right? Start making small plans or decisions again. Like, if you've lost that, where you've lost the ability to make a decision by yourself, without trying to please, without trying to over-explain, without trying to test the waters whether she agrees with the decision or not. Make the freaking decision, right? Doesn't mean make stupid decisions. Still be thoughtful about it, but make it. Start making plans, decisions again. Like, let's do this. Let's go here. Get out of being indecisive, basically. That is the main thing. Get out of being indecisive. It's okay if she says no. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Then either you do something else or you do it alone. Preferably do it alone if it's something important to you, right? If it's something important to you. Like, you don't have to portray yourself on that respect. Right? Start doing it alone. It will also give a healthy boost to the relationship. Might be rocky in the beginning, but it'll give you a massive boost there. And number four, own your desires. I do not look happy in this video today for some odd reason. I am happy. Right, so own your desires. What does that mean? Hidden men suppress their desires, right? And they do that in order to keep the peace. But if you look at, like, masculine men speak with truth. And, without being an a-hole, I'm not talking about being an a-hole, but they speak with truth. They rather, they say what it is that they want to say, and they invite her along with them. Like, they own what they want to do, and they will invite her along with it. They're not tiptoeing around. They're not trying to have a COVID contract or a beating around the bush of trying to get her, or manipulating, that's the word I'm looking, manipulating her into agreeing with doing that, or trying to get her to see how she would react. No, they just say, like, okay, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. Are you in? Are you out? What's up? Let's go, right? Easy as that. Easy as that. It's actually quite difficult when you implement it in the beginning. Once you get it going, it's quite cool. So, yeah, so that's what you can start with right now. Those are things that I would say are the main things to do. So I'm doing the daily visibility habit. I'm doing something, whether it's big or small, where I do one thing daily. That's what I want to do. As you can see, I'm kind of bad on this still, but just because life's a bit up and down, look, I'm making excuses here. No, I'm bad at this at the moment. I'm not consistent with training my body, mind, and spirit. I'm getting back into it. Exercise daily. I am trying to do the exercise daily thing. I am doing daily stretches, but okay. Anyway, and start deciding again. Easy as that. Own your desires too. But that kind of goes into the first one. Daily visibility habits and own your desires. That's it for this one, gents. Oh yes, I want to plug something at the end of this video. I have it. The community is it's open. It's free to join. It's in the description. I'll put it in the description down below. Join if you want. It's free. I want to build a community of men where we can come together, and they hold each other accountable. Just help each other in all areas of our lives. As I said, it's free. You can join. I will eventually get on there a lot more and have kind of like live events, and I'm planning on to do things like that. Because I'm still building it. Like you said, it's pre-access kind of, but I've still got a lot of things on there that can come out. And if you want to chat with me there, you're welcome to. You can have conversations there that we can't have on YouTube. That's it for this one, gents, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.